So see, now today chapter 8 from history and the ninth industry and trade. Okay. So what we are going to learn in the chapter? So we are going to learn in the chapter about industry and trade in India in the post-independence period. So in the post after getting independence, what were the industries were there now? So see, after India became independent, the industrial finance cooperation of India was established in 1948 with the purpose of making available long-term loans to industrial projects. So, after the independence of India, the Industrial Finance Corporation of India, what did you say there? They established in the year 1948 for what purpose? To support the industry, to give to available the loan such a kind of industry. Similarly, the Industrial Development Corporation was established in 1955-54, and there was another corporation was established in the year of 1954, and that was Industrial Development Corporation. Okay. Then, in order to bring about greater development of the industrial sector, so all these two corporations were established for the purpose of the development of industry or industrial development in the nation. Okay, now let us see some industries in India. So, which industries are found in India? The first, that is textile industry, related to our clothes. So, first we discuss about textile industry. So, the textile industry forms 40% of the total industrial production. So, so means that textile industry is very high level industry, very we can say big industry. Upon alone 14% of the total industrial production were from the textile industry. As we need the clothes. So everyone, each and every person part of society that clothes to the textile. It's a big industry. It includes the power loom and the hand loom industry. What it includes through this textile industry, it's includes as a hand, handloom industry, and second one as a power loom industry. As you know, handloom, as you that with the help of that labors, handloom, hatmark we can say, and those are the power loom with the help of machineries. So these two industries are there in that textile industry. So see, according to the Textile Committee Act 1963. So this Textile Committee Act 1963. See here that Textile Committee Act 1963. So this act was there regarding this industry. A textile committee has been established. So, as per the Act of 1963, which concerned with the textile, and there was a construction of or establishment of such kind of textile industry. So, this committee sets the quality standard for textile manufactured for sale in the internal market as well for export. So, what was the goal main of that committee? That goal for the manufacturer, which for sale in the internal market as well as for export. Okay, but with standard, with the good quality textile, to maintain the standard of that textile industry. That's why that committee was trying to do their best and they support that industry. Okay. Now next industry is a silk industry. Silk industry. First, that is textile, and now second is silk industry. So this industry functions under the Ministry of Textile. So this textile and silk industry also work functions under the control of Ministry of Textiles. Okay. And the research about the species of the silkworm and mulberry trees is done in the Cerebiotic Research Laboratory at Bengaluru. So all these things they were tested in that Cerebiotic Laboratory at Bengaluru. And this industry is primarily in the states of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. And this industry set up primarily in the state of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, and Jammu and Kashmir. So these were the major states where this silk industry will started. Madhya Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, West Bengal, and Karnataka. So, not it's being spread in states with predominantly tribal population. So what happened? It is being spread in state. Where it is mostly spread, where in the states we found some tribes, tribal populations, because the silk industry depend on that particular product. So where they gather in the most numbers, so where that industry become a developed. Now another industry, jute industry. Jute, we have sack, some big strong rope. Okay, that jute. So India is the top ranking country in jute production. So India is a major exporter of jute products. So as per our Indian concern, our that industry is a large industry, and India is the large producer of jute. It provides to another countries also. India is a major exporter of jute products. We get cloth, sack, cloth and ropes from jute. So these things we get from the jute as a that heavy clothes which we don't do with that sack, that big sack for we use for the storage of grain. Okay, so the sacks and all these clothes, that ropes, we can make of that jute. Next, see, hand sculpting. Next industry is hand sculpting, hand sculpture, sculpture, vastu shilpa. So hand sculpting, this is the labor intensive craft. So for that, it's a requirement of a labor worker for that industry. How? Because hand working work there. So sculptors got employment due to the capacity of the craft to absorb more craftsmen, small investment, more profits, preference to exports, and possibility of earning more foreign exchange. So, with this industry, that worker, that labor, as per their capacity, as per their skill, they get the job. We can say their work, and they earn order per the small profit. Okay, and investments. All these are the requirement of this hand sculpting industry. So see, several cities have market mechanism like Delhi Hut. Delhi Hut. So in the Delhi Hut, such a kind of art or such a kind of market is available for their sculpture, which enables the craftsmen from rural urban areas to get a market for their wares. So whatever the product they made, by hand, that art, that art, that craftsmen, whether made by wood, maybe made by the stones, all these statues and other sculptors, all they, so for them, there is a market in as a Delhi market. Maybe the artisans from craftsmen from rural area, urban area, they can attend that market and sell their product. So see, that is the hand sculpting. Now next is automobile industry. Yes, students, it's also very important industry of our nation. Automobile, everyone will like bikes. Now we have seen various kinds of bike, cars, trucks, very four wheelers, two wheelers. We have variations. So there's a great scope of that automobile industry. To see automobile industry, so India is one of the major producers of vehicles. So the future of our nation. So India is one of the major or important producers of vehicles, whether four wheelers, two wheelers. To see, vehicles are exported to 40 countries from India. So how many countries? So India exports their vehicles in 40 countries around the world. So the automobile industry is called the sunrise sector in India. So this automobile industry is known as the sunrise. So as you know, that Tata, our Indian company, Tata Motors, Bajaj, Mahindra. See how Mahindra, yes, na? See, Mahindra is the Scorpio and other vehicles. For example, Bajaj means many motorbikes they can sell out of country, means they export. So in this way, in our country, this industry have the big scope. It's the largest market industry in India. So almost it's you can say sales or export in 40 countries. So see, and India's tractor industry is the biggest in the world. See, yes, India's tractor industry, yes. Sushma Swaraj, Swaraj, Mahindra and Mahindra, other tractors are there. So they sell, the tractor. Why? Because the tractors are required for the agriculture. So see, it's a great sale. Tractors manufactured in India are exported to Turkey, Malaysia, and several countries in Africa. So, where our Indian tractors export in Africa, various countries of Africa, Turkey, Malaysia, maybe other countries. Okay. Now, next industry is cement industry. See, first we discuss about textile industry, then silk industry, then jute industry, hand sculpting, automobile industry, and next industry is cement industry. Yes, every for building houses, buildings, roads, for every construction work we require the cement, bricks, and other material. But major part has that cement we use to see the role of cement industry is important in the development of housing and infrastructure. So that construction work, the cement is very important. This industry is one of the most technologically advanced. So this technologically very advanced nowadays. Everywhere we see that around the India, that road making, road building process is going on. When we uh, wander nearby city, in any highway, any state road. So see, here we see that road construction is going on. So they all are. There is a use of plenty number of cements. Yes, we see that roads are made of cements. Okay, means that industry is a developing industry. So in this way, there is a lot of use of the cements. So This industry is one of the most technological advanced. India is currently an important producer of cement in the world. See, we are talking about India and India's industry and trade after the post post independence period. Means after getting freedom from British rule, how or which kind of industries are developed in our country. Okay, so these are the industries. Now, uh, 1 minute.